Hello everyone, welcome back to the physics class. In the last lecture we have studied about acceleration due to gravity. This lecture also will do more about this g value. Now what is this g? This is acceleration due to gravity, and for earth value of this g is 9.8 meter per second square. This is unit of acceleration, and this g value is different for different planets, because it depends on mass of that planet and radius of that planet. No, so I will write formula of this g, where this capital G is your universal constant and it is same for each and every place. This is mass of the earth, or you can say object, and this r is radius of the earth. Now one thing I want to specify here is, if you are finding this g value for earth, then you have to put radius of the earth. If you are finding for other planets, you have to put that mass of the planet and radius of the planet. This g, it will remain constant, whose value is 6.67 into 10 power of minus 11. I told you to find out unit of this g. I hope in the doubt clearing session you will tell me unit of this capital G. And even by this formula you can check unit of this small g also. It should come out to be meter per second square. Okay, now this g value, it is acceleration in each and every object because of gravitational force exerted by earth on that object. Okay, that means each and every object, despite of its mass or weight, it is going to accelerate with same value, which is constant 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, so now I will show you one thing. I have these two things in my hand. One is just simple sheet of paper and one is eraser. So I will drop them in same height, from same height and same speed. So what do you think? What will happen? Which one is going to fall down faster than other? So the logic says eraser. Why? Because it has more mass. So let's see. If I drop them down, yes, obviously this eraser, when you see this you can do at home also, eraser will fall down faster as compared to the sheet of paper. But then what about this g value? According to this g value, both of them should fall with same acceleration. That means they should fall at ground same time. The problem here is, or the reason here is, this air resistance or friction force exerted by air on these two objects. A very beautiful experiment done. I will share you link of that experiment with this lecture. Please see that experiment, very beautiful. In that experiment, they have created a very big vacuum in a very big chamber, like even bigger than this room, and then from great height they drop down one feather and one ball. Now this vacuum means there is no air molecules inside. Okay, now when they drop down these two things, ball and feather, you can see both of them, they strike the ground at same time. Okay, that means, and this was first without an experiment determined by Galileo. Okay, that each and every object, despite of its mass, they are going to fall down with, or they are going to strike on ground with at same time. So you can see that, and you can see both of them, this feather or here the sheet of paper. If you will do same experiment in vacuum, in good vacuum, then you can observe this thing. So like if you are in space and you, in space it is difficult to do because there is a vacuum and then there is no gravity. But if you create here a good vacuum and then you drop them down, you can see this thing very beautifully. Now there's one more important thing about this g. This g value, it depends on r radius of the earth. So you know your earth is not a perfect sphere. Example of sphere is your ball. Okay, this perfect sphere. But this earth is not a perfect sphere. That means this, what I am drawing is 2D, so it is not a perfect sphere, but it is little bit flattened. That means it is like this little bit. Okay, that means if these two are the poles, then these poles are more near to the center. And as this R changes, here G value is going to change. That means at poles, the value of G is more as compared to equator. Okay, because of this flattedness of Earth, your G value at poles are more as compared to the equator. Now this fact has important consequences. You may be aware of this launching site of satellites in India. You may have heard of this name Sriharikota, right? This is a place from where most of the Indian, where this ISRO launches its satellites and other things. Why? They can choose Abu Road also. Why not Abu Road? Why only Sriharikota? So there are few reasons. One of the reason is this. On the equator, this G value is small. That means they'll require less fuel for the satellite to escape out of Earth gravity than at the poles. So they'll choose a place which is near to equator. So here, Sriharikota, please go through this, see the map, India map. You'll see this Sriharikota. It is near to equator. There are other places also, but there are some other reasons also why Sriharikota. This is one of the reasons, because it is near to equator, so they will need less fuel. The satellites, rockets, they will need less fuel to escape out of Earth gravity. The other reasons are it is near to ocean, and then it is better to launch satellites in east direction. And now you tell me why. Think about it. Why it is good to launch satellite in eastern direction than other directions. Just think about it. Rotation of Earth. Okay. So this G value, that means if you have something, if suppose you measure something at poles and then bring back it to equator, it's going to weigh different. Okay. Though this difference is very less, it is around it is even less than 1%, but yes, there is difference. This G value, your gravitational acceleration due to gravity, is different at poles and at equator. Now, this G value for moon also you can find out. If you know the mass of the moon, if you know radius of the moon, you can find out this G value. And you will see that it is 1/6 times lesser than the value of this Earth. Okay, so 1/6 of 9.8 is, I think around is 1.6 or 1.3 something. Just check it out. Now, in the next class, we'll do some numericals based on this G value and based on universal law of gravitation. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you here is, you have equations of motion. Okay, so that equation of motion, 3 equations of motion you have. So first one is V equal to U plus AT, okay, and then other two, S equal to UT plus half AT square, then V square minus U square equal to 2AS. Here we are using A. Now for anything that is falling down or you are dropping down, instead of A you can use G. So now in case if you are, for this G or for any object that is dropping down, falling down, instead of this A value, you can take this G value. Okay, and then you can use that equation. So this equations we are going to use in this chapter also. Okay, this much for today. Thank you very much.